Hi there, it's Tracy Evans here again, back with another step-by-step video for CraftStash, and today we're using their apple blossom tiered cake, the 3-tiered cake, and we're using their Locket sentiment best wishes. I'll leave the codes for each of the dies at the bottom of the video. So this is the card we're actually making. Pieces. I actually began with a 4x6 inch card, and I've actually used a layering stencil and I've applied texture paste over the stencil and then just allowed it to dry. We're then using distress spray stains, and we're using Right Persimmon and worn lipstick, and rather than just spritzing straight directly onto the card, I'm just applying touches of the colour randomly around the card. It doesn't look much, but once you spray with water and you activate the colour, there is quite a bit there. And we can just spritz with water. Allow some of it to run down the card, just to give some drips, and so that it goes in the crevices of the hearts. Now with the heat tool, just drip it a little bit there as well. Try with the heat tool. And just to add a touch more interest, take the lid off the distress stain again and just add some splatters, which I tend to get everywhere. Just try with the heat tool again. And just to add a bit more depth to the colour, make it a bit brighter, I'm going to use a touch of distress crayons. So I'm going to apply touches of pink here and there, just randomly. And then I'm going to use a cotton bud and just blend that out. You can use your finger. And just add some round the edges as well of the hearts. Just blend that colour out. Distress crayons are nice and creamy and blend nicely. Use the orange colour as well to add touches of orange. And then you can also add orange to the pink layer and blend both layers together. I did take some time on the first card I made, kept adding layers of this distress crayon, just to add a bit more brightness to the card. It does actually make quite a bit of a difference, rather than just doing the sprays, just adding a touch more colour. Obviously with doing the video you don't want to watch me doing every single heart, but obviously you get the idea. Then apply picked raspberry around the edges of the card. then I've die cut the best wishes sentiment, and I've die cut the tiered cake. I've actually added 3 layers. I've die cut the cake 3 times and laid it together, mainly because I'm using inky techniques and that just makes it nice and sturdy. And with this being quite a detailed die, I did use wax paper with it and it came out beautifully. Then on the black piece I did just add touches of wax, the distress crayon, here and there onto the lettering, just so it sort of coordinates with the background. Oh, it touches just randomly to the background. You may not see that on camera, but when I take pictures you will see it when I take some close-ups. I then add Ripe Persimmon distress ink to an acrylic block, along with Ripe Persimmon, and spritz the ink with water and dip the cake into the ink. Continue adding until you've got it coloured, or you're happy with the colour that you've got. I tend to dry the first layer, a little bit more ink, and then just add a bit more colour, another layer of colour, and dry it again. This is why I've die cut the shape 3 times, because obviously I'm applying a lot of ink and water, so it makes it really sturdy. I then decided if I put that against the background it gets lost, so I took a piece of black card and I literally trimmed around the cake, just so that black card makes it pop. Then adhere this to the black card, because I didn't put my needle in from the last demo. My glue's now clogged. Try again. Just add small drops of glue here and there. You will get some of the glue sort of oozing out a little bit onto the black card, but that doesn't matter because it dries clear. I just think the black card makes it pop against the background. Just make sure that's definitely adhered. And just bend slightly just to give the cake some shape. Adhere the best wishes first. I do like these colours together, the pink and the orange. They remind me of cupcakes actually. And adhere that. Hold in place. Just make sure it's secure. Decide where you're putting the cake, which I'm going to put there. Using some silicone glue just to add a few good dollops of glue just to give it some dimension, and then add that. Then on my desk I'd got some strips of card. I love adding little bits, and I'd got some strips of black card left, so I literally decided I would cut some of those pieces up randomly and just add them to my card. So we'll just add those. One at the top. Sorry if my head's getting in the way as I lean forward. black against that colourful background. I then took one of my lids from the distress spray stains, I can never say that, added a small amount of paint of picked raspberry, and literally dabbed the lid into the paint and just added some painty circles just to add a little bit more interest. Yes, I think that's fine. And then I added that to a piece of black card, and that's it. That's our card complete. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye.